Isn't that awesome? That's amazing. There we go. I was like, Hex Spam, help me out here. Like, isn't that amazing? Dead silence. No, not amazing at all. So there we go. The goal has been met, everybody. I am going to actually right now take down the donation link because we are not accepting more donations for the event. We're not going to handle any sort of extra donations because we don't have any prizes to give away or anything like that. So just to make things nice and simple, I'm going to take away the donation link, and that should hopefully make things easier for you guys. Now, keeping in mind that because we've met our goal, several streamers have pledged to do something as a result of meeting the $2,000. So if you look at the schedule, there is a kind of a like a trigger warning sort of thing on the bottom of the schedule. It's in, big exclamation point text, and there's like, it's blatantly obvious what I'm talking about. Go to that part, take a look at the list of people, and those people all have promised now that they're going to do something on their stream after the event. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Hey, thanks for the participation. So yes, we will still continue, by the way, with the event. The event will continue. But there are no more donations that are necessary. So thanks to everybody who donated to make this possible. You guys exceeded our expectations by far. I don't think anybody expected that on day one here, with still a run to go, that we would have met our goal, but we did. And that's thanks to your generosity. You guys are the best. So with that, Hag Spam, I believe, just for layout purposes, if you want to attack the donation total all the way up to 2,000, I guess we've met our goal.
Who is that even?
That's Joe the rapper.
I will do the honors. Just a moment.
There we go. And with that, I will bring in our Link to the Past crew as well into the call. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hello.
Congrats on being the first run after we met our goal.
Hell yeah. I'm so happy that I get to see RDD.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome, dude.
By the way, in case anybody's wondering what we're going to do about bid wars and things like that, so all the incentives have been met already, so that's not a problem. For the bid wars, we're going to just cut them off right now. So Zelda 2 file name will be Neptune tomorrow, and the remake soundtrack beats the original soundtrack for La Mulana.
I'm actually gonna go get some water real quick. I'll be back in 20 seconds. Okay. I'm back.
Hi.
Hi.
Close that. Alright.
guys get to do 100% instead of any percent.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited.
Get ready for 30 minutes of digging chest.
I swear to God, I hope that doesn't happen.
Alright. I'm ready whenever. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm resetting now.
If we're doing countdown or what. I don't really care.
I can count you guys down if you want.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever.
Well, hold on. They gotta start their timer too.
Okay. Oh, no, wait, don't count yet. I just hit B on accident.
Okay. Alright, so whenever Blunt's ready, so
Yeah,
you
ready.
can count us down.
Alrighty. Ready, Blunt?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, good luck.
Good luck, dude. Please
All
go for every hover.
100% Link to the Past. The greatest Zelda game with all sorts of BS RNG added to it.
Just in case there wasn't enough RNG in this game.
If
It's
you
always
weren't
100%.
excited, if you weren't excited enough about blue balls, well, now you get to watch friggin' gardening simulator.
May your hovers succeed. Thanks, Pocket. I appreciate it.
So, like any good old-fashioned Link to the Past run, we're gonna start out in the escape here. We're gonna pretty much be bored out of our gourds for the next 5 minutes as they walk everywhere. The only thing that's different in 100% for anybody that's familiar with Link to the Past is you're gonna see them skipping the boomerang. It's not an accident. They do mean to do it. They will be
But
picking up a
Scrivo-
boomerang later.
How is it 100% if they don't get the boomerang?
Well,
Yes,
Andy,
why
I
not?
am so glad you asked. It
Oh,
turns
God.
out that we'll get the red one later.
Oh,
That's amazing.
It's outstanding.
so this is 100%. Do we get the bomb and arrow upgrades too?
No, you don't. But you do
Oh.
get the half magic.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Yes. I'm not far enough into my beer for you guys to be starting this stuff already.
So basically,
Me neither.
the 100% definition is having a full inventory screen. So max out equipment on the inventory screen, things like that.
No blue mail, no intermediate items, no red shield.
That
no blue
allows-
boomerang.
Yep, blue boomerang, red shield, blue mail are the three major items that we skip. And then we also skip the bomb and arrow capacity upgrades because it doesn't actually show that you get those anywhere on the screen unless you have more than normal capacity of those items. Whereas half magic is actually shown on the screen somewhere.
And basically nobody wants to watch 20 minutes of rupee grinding.
That too.
Surprised anybody wants to watch this category in general. Just if you love digging and you love opening chests, certainly the category for you. It's weird because blue balls actually isn't such a big factor in this category.
Nope.
It's actually the
Blue balls are the least time losing RNG portion.
yeah, which is complete opposite of the 90% category. And I almost grabbed the boomerang, by the way.
Nice.
I did the wrong strat.
I I like this category because it has more hovers that I can fail.
Yeah, there's a lot of other neat stuff that you don't see. You'll be seeing like a bomb dupe later, the super bomb dupe, and what else am I forgetting? There's a lot of spin speeds.
Are we gonna see the bomb climb?
Of
Oh yeah, the
course.
bomb climb. Oh, the super bomb climb.
Of course, we'll see the bomb climb. What kind of idiot wouldn't go for the bomb climb?
Yeah, I know. Especially in a GDQ.
Oops, I forgot.
Oh, I forget what category I was playing. Yeah, so sometimes when you're running both categories, it can get confusing because they're very similar for the most part, like the dungeons and everything. But menus and small like pathing is different on the overworld, so it's easy to forget stuff.
Yo, that snake room though,
What happened?
it was perfect.
Oh,
Doing this later half of Escape without the boomerang is actually terrible.
yeah, it's much harder to get around the snakes and stuff.
Also, the key rat can lead to a much bigger time loss, depending upon what RNG you get, because you can't just throw the boomerang and start walking towards the door. But, okay, I got like second best RNG.
I got decent RNG, I guess.
Yeah, other than the digging and chest, there are some real interesting parts to the 100% run. You see a lot more overworld movement, which is one of the things that tends to really make a good runner stand out. So, and you'll see a lot of overworld. So, get excited.
Blech.
555. That's pretty fresh.
That's pretty fresh. I got a 552.
Scribo, can you turn your mic up just a little bit?
Yes.
You can. I have you like turned all the way up, and I can barely hear you.
Yeah, how's that?
Well, that's amazing. And I can hear you through dimensions.
That's amazing.
Sorry, we got Fuller House going on in the background. I'm trying not to put too much of the Tanner family on stream.
Oh,
Why not? I love the Tanner family.
How you doing, by the way, Golden?
I am doing pretty well. Other than like
Other
I've
than
had an
your
eventful
fingers
week, man.
bleeding And you
being
having
trapped
to,
in
you having to go all ape crazy on your door. You know, no big
oh
deal.
my gosh, I'm like the next action movie star. Busted that door in half.
How did you do it? I'm curious. Like, what did you do to break your door open?
So the bathroom isn't very huge, right?
Right.
Okay, so what I did was I'm a tall guy.
Yeah.
So I was basically like kicking the door, but I'm so tall that I could like press my back up against the wall behind me.
Okay.
So I just like pushed my legs forward into the door and busted it in half.
Gotcha.
Breaking a door down is a lot harder to do in real life than it looks like in the movies, let me tell you.
Thankfully, it wasn't an actual solid wooden door.
Still,
I might have been dead if it was.
even those hollow core cheap doors that you see in houses nowadays, those ain't a joke to get off the hinges if you need to. But
It definitely
Yeah,
looked
that-
like an experience.
Oh my god, yeah, it certainly was. And then, yeah, just a couple hours ago while I was running this stream, I went to go turn on a light, and the light exploded. The entire shell of the light bulb had just fallen apart, and it cut two of my fingers. And like the actual wick, or like the part of the light bulb that lights up, stayed inside. Everything else fell off. Just I don't know how like just the outer casing of the light bulb just shatters, but I guess that's what happened. It's not been my week, that's for sure. But this marathon has been going extremely well. Made up for it. So
yeah, that's awesome that you guys have already hit the $2,000.
I can't believe we have. It's amazing.
I think a big chunk of that though is in thanks to one particular person. Is that correct? Did I catch it? There was like a massive donation earlier this afternoon that met all the donation incentives.
Yeah, we had a really big donation for Pi earlier, doubled
Based
the
Pi.
total that we had at the time. Yeah, but in general, we've had a lot of really big donations too. I mean, everybody's really exceeded expectations here. I thought for sure we'd be kind of lucky if we met the goal at all, and now we're sitting here on day one. You guys are still playing, and we don't have to worry about donations anymore. So that's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
By the way, real quick, for anybody that's not up on Link to the Past, what just happened there, they used a damage boost to get through those 4 anti-fairies. Normally you have to kill all the enemies in that room, scatter the anti-fairies. They just kind of deboosted through them, picked up the pot, hit the switch, and moved on. It's one of the first real difficult tricks of the run.
Killing the enemies in that room is a huge pain anyways. There's only 2 pots, and ideally use one of them for the green Igor, because that thing takes like 8 slashes or something ridiculous. And then one of them on one skeleton, and then you still have one skeleton you gotta deal with.
It's the only dungeon you do besides escape without the boots too. So a lot of it's just pumping everywhere. Very small RNG.
Do we want to bother explaining pumping? Because that's also the worst part of any run, explaining it.
Oh
Just
my
smash that, save frames. There you go.
Unbelievable. We basically... I didn't get any arrow drops.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
what I
so-
like to hear.
Real quick, what they're talking about with pumping is basically if you're moving north or west, you move 2 pixels, 1 pixel for each frame. So in those directions, you kind of mash in an adjacent direction to try to turn some of those 1 pixel movements into 2 pixel movements. It's a really annoying technique that saves somewhere between 8 to 10 seconds per run. And we talk about it way more than we should for the little amount of time it saves.
Probably takes as much time to explain it as it does
To
as
do
it
the
exists
first 10
in the
minutes of the
run.
run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper into my boy Sharashala's ear again because I can't speak to him properly apparently.
I'm
Telling him
speaking
a
to the
secret.
tile to his right. Like a normal person should.
Yeah. I'm
Fun
telling him
facts.
the joke that Patty said during GDQ.
He's my favorite cowboy.
I feel like I'm the only person that can actually say his name.
Sahasrahla?
That's not it.
Sharala.
Sahasrahla.
Whatever.
Shalar.
Shalar Shalar.
I'm a big fan of Shalar, to be honest.
Try pronouncing that when you're a kid.
Shalar.
Well, I couldn't say the letter R until I was 12, so rip me.
Salashala.
They came out as like really dumb W's. So wall.
That's adorable.
Such a long name for a person.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to anybody? Why would you name someone such a
Meanwhile,
long
his
name?
brother's name is Agana. So.
Shoutouts to Downtime Death. Who the heck is Agana?
At least that family got one name, right?
Yeah, they gave it a close name to the wizard in this game. So don't mind us while we spin our sword here and walk really fast. I mean, that's nothing out of the ordinary.
So Spin Speed is a Japanese 1.0 exclusive glitch where you release a spin attack, and on the same frame you release the spin, you press the dash button. Puts you into this weird glitch state, and if you touch the manual stairs, you can then move freely around the overworld at the dash speed. You can also activate that Andy speed noises. You can also activate that glitch state by hook dashing or medallion dashing.
Apparently that
which
glitch
we'll see
can also
later.
cause vomiting, according to
Yes.
Amy.
I'm just doing my Ganondorf impression, okay?
I just snorted a little bit.
Blunt are tied.
The synchronized
We had a
prayers.
pretty good roll, it looks like. I guess I got poked by the guard.
All right, I have a fun story to share with you all.
All right.
So we met our donation goal, right?
Yeah.
However, one individual felt just so generous, and it decided to donate, despite the fact that we already met our goal. Andy donated $23.
Yep.
I can't wait. Thanks, Andy. I can't wait to see RDD at HDQ. Put this towards RDD's choice. Well, RDD, I mean, Five Guys.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Maybe,
Dude.
maybe I don't know, like a Domino's pizza one night, or one of the food trucks.
As long
Get
as
one of
whatever
those.
As long as whatever you eat it with me. That's all that matters.
There you go.
Get one of those little overpriced bottles of whiskey from the plane.
Dinner for two.
Overpriced plane liquor.
So, fun story. Someone donated during my stream and said, "Hey, give this to JRTA," and I was like, "Okay." And then right as I hit the donate button, Casualty typed in chat, "We met our goal." And I'm like, "Oh, well." Well,
So you're the king of the timing like that. Yeah.
$2,023 for my boy Raindrop Dry.
Well, maybe you can spend $23 on Purell and not get the GDQ flu.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Get some emergency.
I actually got that last year, and it was terrible.
Everybody did that. I heard every streamer I watched came back from GDQ dead.
Yeah, I was dead for a week.
They made Garrison and I do an interview before our run, and we were both. I mean, like we were the embodiment of like he was sick, or I was sick, he was tired. They should have put that for our names on the bottom of the screen. I think it would have been funnier, but we were both just dead.
So we just grabbed our first heartbeat.
Yeah. Yeah,
One
what
of
is that
24. I hope Andy grabbed it.
I did.
Okay.
I'm just kind of upset nobody jumped off the ledge.
Well, fortunately, that's slow, Scribo.
So, coming up is the best boss in the game, the best trio of bosses. We're going to be meeting our favorite worms, Landmolas. And we're going to see if either of these two top-tier speedrunners can get the sought-after 2-cycle.
Oh God, the pressure's on.
Popo Genocide Room was bad for me.
Popo Genocide Room, good lord.
Oh my God. Well, I decided to high five the Igor before lighting the torches. So.
I love that. Just want to give him a little kiss.
It's like, hey, what's up, dude? I know you're
Refusing to get sick. The best way is to take your vitamins and use Purell like every 15 minutes.
I was gonna say, like, I'm kind of a germaphobe, so for me, when I get sick, I look at that as like failing a test, right? It's like I flunked
Well,
that week.
I hope Andy got a 2-cycle, because I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I got a quick 3, so whatever.
Wow, Blunt.
Blunt coming in hot with the
That's,
unbelievable.
Andy, wouldn't that be going in raw?
It would be. Going in raw.
yeah, that was a really good fight. My God.
Really?
It was the perfect first round, yeah.
Yeah, I had a really good. The first cycle, like, really.
You
Set
landed
off.
you landed 7 arrows on the first cycle.
I got 6 arrows and 2 slashes in my first cycle, and then my second cycle RNG wasn't the best.
Yeah, actually, Blunt, weren't you just saying yesterday that you don't know how to fight Landmolas anymore?
Yeah, I don't. That was
was a fluke.
kind of weird there.
All right.
I've been really struggling with that fight lately, and it's really been bothering me. It's nice to get a 2-cycle.
At least
Can we,
nothing matters.
Can we get a Tanner family update, by the way?
Let's see. Hold on. It's
What's
the
the-
Halloween episode, it looks like,
Uh-huh.
because there's
Okay.
zombies. I don't recognize any of these kids. I'd have to ask my wife what's going on with the Tanner family. But they asked for a Tanner family update. Don't look at me funny.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that swimming I just did with no flippers. I mean, that's not cheating or anything.
Well, Andy's just now catching up to you, so I'll explain it while he's doing it. So, the next of the Japanese 1.0 exclusive glitches is fake flippers. Basically, if you jump in the water 1 pixel away from a screen transition, you can trick the game into thinking you actually know how to swim. It will let you keep on going as long as you don't get hit. If you get hit, well, the game's off locks. So, GG. There are 2
Well,
more
this is bad.
1.0.
Just kidding. We're good.
Oh, god damn. That would have been scary.
There are 2 more 1.0 exclusive glitches that we'll see later on in the run. Actually, did we? No, we haven't. We have not seen Mirror Blocker Race yet.
We do not have
But,
the mirror. So.
We do not. Yes, you're right. Hey, guess what? I'm all the way through that bottle of beer.
Nice, dude.
I'm a cheap date. What can I say?
There's another neat trick coming up here that you're gonna see on the ladder.
Yeah, we're gonna see the bomb climb.
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna remember to
Andy's.
do it.
And
All right, I'm taking my headphones off, so I'll be back.
okay, so Andy is gonna have a little bit of a route divergence here. This is not exclusive to any version of the game. It's a trick called hovering. Basically, now that they have the boots, while near a gap, you can press A for up to 31 frames and release it for only 1 frame before pressing it again. If you do that while moving, Blunt just blew himself up. If you do that while actually moving over the gap, it will let you hover the gap. So we're going to see Andy try to do that real quick as he's mashing out his controller like a madman.
Whew. All right, we're good.
And he got it. He is there and back again. Hobbit's Tale. How about that?
It's gonna
Whew.
put Andy ahead of me there.
So that is a huge time save in this. Well, it's like 15 seconds, I think. But, you know, about as huge a time save as you can get.
Yeah, because I'm gonna actually have to get that hard piece after Hera, whereas Andy's just gonna be able to skip it.
Oh my goodness.
By the way, even though we only hear it for about 4 seconds, bunny music is best music.
Yeah, I agree.
I would be explaining item dashing right now, except Blunt is just going to stand there like a scrub and swat down each of these tiles.
Yeah, I know. I can't mirror dash, unfortunately, so.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Dang. I feel
Sorry.
like such a...
I was just so glad you said something about boom dashing. I couldn't resist.
I feel like such an Andy right now.
I know.
Oh.
Well, you sounded so snooty when you're like, no. Look, he's not gonna go for an item dash. Thanks for that. Gonna have to take your soul now.
Dang.
It's okay, we know you don't run 100%, so it's okay.
That's why they don't pick me for these marathons, because I don't even know how to play the game.
Top speedrunner Scrivo doesn't know how
Top
to play his own game.
Top speedrunner, according to online video gaming magazine Kotaku.
Oh, duh.
I'm amazed there's not a BuzzFeed yet. Top 7 linked to the past runners.
Top runner. Wow, what does that make me?
Dang, I feel like such an idiot.
It's alright. I feel like that on a regular basis. It's okay.
Oh.
So, I missed it on Blunt Stream because I was trying not to cough up a lung, but Andy just bomb jumped. So there are 4 of those in the run. Basically, we're using the bombs and the damage boost mechanic to get across small gaps. You will see that in...
I personally prefer getting across small jabs, but...
Hey.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
PG-13. What happened?
What is this mold on?
That's racist.
Oh, I'm ahead of my PB. No way. As you can see.
So Andy just spazzed out, and I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. Okay, so it turns out that when you're fighting Moldorm, you generally want to stay on that platform. If you don't, gravity takes over because that hovering couldn't save him now.
Well, he was ahead until he did that. So. It's a good thing he got the hover because that's gonna give him a small advantage right now.
So,
You might vomit sometimes. I mean,
so there are four bomb jumps across small gaps. We will see the other 3 later. Oh boy.
the Homer Simpson, yo. Freaking supreme.
Thank you, whoever's running the JRTA marathon account, for clipping that. I appreciate you.
Forever stored.
Dude, man, I'm just not having good luck. Yesterday, Pi came in because he thought I was streaming on my account and just scared the crap out of me while I was doing my run for the Retro Riches.
Oh.
That got clipped too. It was good.
Alright, so normally you don't need those rupees from the tree there, but I only have 100 rupees and I don't really feel comfortable with that amount. I want to grab some extra.
I was just getting ready to say how you guys are missing out on tree rupees, and here you are pulling trees. So
Yeah, it's okay. Normally, you'll have enough rupees no matter what, but sometimes you can get screwed by the RNG games. So I'm just kind of playing it safe here.
I got screwed as bad as anyone could possibly get screwed yesterday, so I'm hoping that the Link to the Past gods have pity on me.
Well,
considering you just beat Zelna in a race, I'm pretty sure you've used up all your karma.
yeah, that's what you get for racing us.
So we did a little warm-up race before this, and I just wanted to do like a warm-up with Blunt, and then Zelna decided to join. And considering how much RNG is in the run, the fact that we all finished within 43 seconds of each other is pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's really rare for a 100% run. Like, no matter what your skill level is, I mean, if your RNG's bad, you're gonna probably lose. Zelna's a god, and he can get bad RNG and still beat me.
So a real quick thing about these heart pieces that they're picking up. One of the neat things about the 100% route is that they actually have the heart pieces kind of spaced out a little bit to get guaranteed heart refills. On every 4th heart piece, when it completes the heart container, you get a refill. So you'll see them getting a planned heart refill before Meyer, for instance, and you'll see them getting another planned refill at one other time that's escaping me. But it's a thing built into the route that kind of adds a little bit of interest.
We get a nice refill at the top of Death Mountain as well.
Right.
Yeah, both the really annoying segments that you prefer to have full hearts for, Hera and I get full hearts for.
Andy, did you just bonk on the free fence dash before Aga?
Yep, I'll talk about it.
So the Agus Tower dungeon that they're coming up on it's a really weird dungeon in that it's a bunch of, except for 2 rooms, it's a bunch of one-screen rooms where you have to clear all the enemies to move on. It's really hard to optimize, a lot harder than it looks, and you end up seeing some really neat strats like this first one with the 2 gold ball and chain knights. There's a quick kill that they're going to do here. Well, Blunt got it.
Yeah? Yeah, what did Andy do?
Andy did not.
I need to practice that. I always get hit by that guy.
Yeah, that strat in that second room, I think, was come up with by a Japanese runner named Pui. So we call it the Pui strat because we're really good at naming things.
It's actually a really good strat compared to the old fast strat we used to do. It saves us 4 arrows, which is pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth like this. I don't even think it's a second. Are you lose from that? I don't remember. it's not very much for doing that.
There's another room coming up. I think Blunt's going to be coming up on it in a few seconds here. The Circle of Pots room. In the normal NMG category, you have the boomerang, so it's kind of inconsequential because you're normally supposed to just throw the boomerang to pick up a key. Without the boomerang, hey, I remembered you don't have it.
Yeah, thanks. You actually reminded me right as I entered the room.
The strat changes because you have to actually go in and kill both guards as opposed to just one. So that is the most annoying room in the entire segment, in most people's opinion.
Yeah, normally you can pretty much react to any RNG that the top right guard gives you with the boomerang, but without the boomerang, if he walks left, it's like, all right, well, you're gonna have a slow room this time. There's not really any way around it.
So Blunt is entering Aghanim's fun chamber right now. Andy is a couple of. Andy, I think you buffered for me a little bit, so I'm not sure where you are. I'm going to refresh your stream. But the first of the major RNG hits is happening now with the Aghanim blue balls. So make your guesses, chat. Pick a number 1 to 15, and
you can win a trip to Nickelodeon Studios if you're right.
you could. You can earn a spot competing on the hot game show Guts.
Global
Yo,
Guts?
with Mike O'Malley?
And
What about Double Dare? I want to be on Double Dare.
and childhood crush Moira Quirk. By the
Oh, who
way,
could forget her? Yeah, that's right.
Just want to see my boy Mark Summers sliming everyone.
Guts is the reason I still call Death Mountain the Aggro Crag.
I've never heard you call it that. That's interesting.
I'm not counting blue balls. I'm sorry.
I have one.
I got
so
one
far.
so far.
Well, Jimmy Poopins in chat, you could pick 0, but nobody's that lucky.
Yep, especially in 100% or in a
There's two.
marathon.
So the blue balls, each blue ball costs you 6 seconds, except for blue balls 3, 7, 11, and God help you if you get there 15, which costs you an extra 6 seconds because it triggers another cycle. So
Well, hey, speaking of which, the 2 people that have ever gotten 15 are in this call as we speak.
What are the chances?
What are the
Yes.
chances?
So 2 people have ever gotten 15 blue balls. Andy has gotten it in the GDQ practice room. I am the only person to ever get 15 on stream. Let me tell you, that is the most boring segment of Link to the Past you will ever watch.
It's a nice, like, minute and a half time loss, if not more. It's pretty rough. Is it 2 minutes?
What are the actual chances of getting it though? Like that's the most interesting thing.
0.03%.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, you can win a scratch ticket.
yeah,
before
go buy yourself a pick 4 ticket or something. I was really hoping one of you would miss the Pyramid Heart piece. I think that's the easiest one to forget.
What kind of commentator are you?
One that likes Schadenfreude.
And there goes Andy,
You guys can go
skipping
win
that
to the
hard
back.
piece.
Commentator for this.
How many did you get? 1?
I got 3.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are pretty close.
Was a 3207 sort of?
So
Oh, I didn't
we are
see-
now here in the diddly dark world.
I can't
And
believe I asked to turn you up.
Just so Chad is aware, Scrivo is a father, so his dad jokes are expected.
well, yeah. Wait till Meyer.
I'm slowly dying inside.
I'll do that.
I love it.
That's
dad,
great.
Dad jokes are my jam.
So here in the dark world, things actually get difficult, and you will see the second of the 4 bomb jumps coming up. Probably the hardest one, in my opinion, because this one, the way that these guys will do it, actually requires not only 2 perfect placements of the bomb, 2 perfect placements, one of the bomb, one of Link, but they're doing it A, on an exploding bridge, and B, they also are going to take the time to throw another bomb across to blow up a cracked wall while doing it. So that should be coming up here in about 20 seconds. Have you noticed that all of these tricks save less time than it takes to actually explain them?
Yeah, it's the nature of this game, I guess.
Normally, without this bomb jump, you would have to go downstairs, get a key, go through a dark maze. It's awful. But
It actually saves less time in this category because we have to get a 300 rupee chest. Whereas if we had to go to the basement, we could just get the rupees while we're there.
so it looks like Blunt is about to enter the bomb jump room right now.
That was actually fresh.
That was a really good bomb jump, yeah. So you get 2 free. You can use the pause menu, the item menu, to buffer.
That wasn't good. Took a chance. I slashed really poorly.
So, well, we'll get to see it again in a minute here. So
Oh my
you get to
God,
use
what
the item menu to buffer your movements. And you get 2 free buffers because you're entering the room with a mirror. Andy, please don't tell me you fell twice.
Maybe? We'll find out in a second. Yep. Oh,
So-
man.
You get to use the first buffer to go from the mirror to the bombs while getting yourself in the first position.
What's happening?
Just go get the
Jesus.
key, man. Just go get the key.
Oh, it's too late. God, that was awful.
All right, third try bomb jump.
It's okay. I mean, this is 100%, so like Andy can totally screw everything up. He'll probably just get first try dig, and I'll get
That-
40th.
RNG manipulation.
So that is the thing about this category, right? Is that this is the category that any runner can beat any other runner. It's literally the reason why we haven't done a tournament for this category, because it's just such a joke for any sort of serious race.
Yeah.
Any number of mistakes you make is erased when somebody gets first try dig and the other person gets 10th. So no matter what sort of lead you think Blunt is building up in this segment, we're heading to the digging game soon. So
Well, we're also heading to Helmasaur, which is
we're also having a turtle party.
yeah. He decided.
What?
That guy decided to leave the party, so I had to go chase him.
Andy, what did that wall ever do to you?
It made the mimic skinnier. Oh, God. It must have been like pixels that I missed him by twice. This is a good Palace of Darkness.
It is Palace of
It's
Dankness
actually a good
indeed.
run for me. I'm on PV pace, but that'll probably die next segment.
Technically, I'm on PB pace too because my run is trash.
Oh wait, no, I don't think I am because my PV has 0 blue balls, but I can obviously PV.
I should probably pull up the route because I don't run 100%.
Well, okay, so next we'll be going to. We gotta
get
get a
get the
300
flute.
rupee chest first, which is on the way to the flute. We
I
getting
got
that.
the route now.
Normally, I wouldn't have enough rupees here for the digging game because it's 80 rupees to play. But I did grab extra rupees. But I need to grab them anyway because I'm gonna need to get flippers later. And one of the chests that normally has 300 rupees is gonna have the red boomerang.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, Tim, and I know.
So we talked a little bit about the RNG and how awful it is. I'm not sure what the record for chest games is, but I'm pretty sure the record for digging games is, but I'm pretty sure the record for chest games is 60.
Yep.
And I think that was Timon,
I
who
actually
was
hold.
hanging out in chat.
I have the tied world record for digging games as well. If my
Oh,
my
what?
RN, I have 27 digs, Me and Incroyable.
Oh man,
And my
27 digs.
my chests.
You guys got some awesome like honorable mentions in this game. 15 blue balls. Andy's got 37 warps. The tied most digs. Like man,
And I think my chess game PB is 34.
oh I've had 40 something I think once. Chess game.
Imagine getting 27 digs and not immediately lighting your cart on fire.
There's a funny story about Incroy actually. The race that he got the most digs in, I was in the race with him and I have failed fake flippers, and since you can't save and quit in an SRL race, I had to restart my game to avoid forfeiting. I actually caught all the way back up to Incroy because he had so many digs and won the race. So that kind of gives you an idea how stupid the RNG is sometimes. I could be here all night. You never know.
Yeah. 100% is the best category if you are in the mood to drink beer and race people and be in a Discord chat. Under any other circumstances, it's the worst category.
Can't wait to grind this after AGQ.
I can't
Yo.
wait to laugh at you while you do.
Nightly
me too.
100% races, dude.
Wait, what?
Nightly 100% races after GDQ. I
Yeah.
forgot rupees. Oh.
Yeah, so Andy, I noticed that while Blunt was talking about it. Andy only has 18 rupees.
Oh god.
At least you didn't get to the digging game and notice it like I did a long time ago.
Yeah, first dig flute, shout out to that.
You're like, how come the digging game won't start up?
That is one of the things about running the game in Japanese. I have actually seen people get to the digging game without enough rupees and have no idea why it will start because they don't read Japanese. And sit there and talk to the guy for 40 seconds.
Hmm.
It's okay, I can still catch up.
Yep.
So the digging game. So the way that the digging game works is that optimally you try to dig 37 holes. You'll have time to dig about 37 holes as long as you don't clank. And the first, I'm blanking now. I want to say it's the first 24 holes have no chance of dropping anything other than rupees and magic and all that. From then on, each hole has a chance to drop the heart piece, but you still don't usually get it on the first dig. The average, and statistically speaking, this might be the median instead of the average, but it's the most common is 3 digs, which is 3 solid minutes of awesome music and a sweet shovel animation.
So yeah, the first 24 digs have a 0% chance to have the heart piece, and every dig after that per game is a 1 in 32.
I'm already 2 digs in, and PB's probably dead.
So while Andy failed bomb jump twice and forgot rupees and had to go all the way back to get them, they're tied again.
What a game.
So when I was saying earlier that this is the category that any runner can beat any runner, this is why. It's 50 some odd seconds. I don't think it's exactly a minute because the
No, it's not
timer
quite a
for the game, the timer for the game's a little bit off from real time, but it's about 55 seconds for every dig attempt.
And since Andy's been, playing so good, he's definitely going to get, dig before me, probably.
Hey Blunt, you know how I'm a grammar Nazi? Andy's been playing so well.
Oh, God. Well, let me just mute the commentator. Hopefully you guys aren't using my audio.
Remember when you
if-
asked him to be loud?
If we muted him, would we have one less person or one fewer person?
Ooh.
Less and fewer.
Skripo's got that one.
I'm going to go with fewer. I believe. And Andy has just pulled ahead despite all of his bomb jump shenanigans by digging up a based piece of heart.
Well, that's interesting.
And Blunt is not that far behind him, also digging up a piece of heart. So it is still a race.
All right, well,
I got a 6 and I got a 7 in the maze. I should probably just forfeit.
yeah.
The one thing I was talking to Blunt a little bit earlier today, and he was saying the one thing that we hope for anytime you do a 100% race at a marathon like this is that you have similar RNG, because one person getting first try dig and one person getting like a 9th, it's so dumb.
Yeah, it's really hard to see like a good 100% race sometimes just because of that. But I think it's cool. Like now we're evened out. Hopefully, it kind of stays this way.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Dude, imagine 2 back-to-back 100% races that are actually close.
Yeah.
What a world.
The ALTTP gods are shining today.
But we do have coming up the next awful segment, the chess game. So
So normally, there's a little buffer time between you unlock the duck and when you can actually flute have the duck pick you up. But if you flute dash, it doesn't care, and the duck comes and picks you up anyways. It's a neat
swag
little,
duck don't care.
a neat little workaround.
I think that was 5 digs, 5 or 6 digs.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I was 2.
Can I just say that this spin speed coming off the witch's hut is the most pointless thing in the world?
No, it's not. It's
It
faster.
saves so much time. It saves like a 1.5 seconds or something like that.
Imagine actually being able to get first try spin speed.
This is my
Well,
favorite spin speed in the game, right here. For like this 4-tile diagonal, spin speeding here saves a 1.5 seconds. It's so good.
So we are coming up soon on the chess game, which is the next bit of RNG. So we play typically on the Japanese 1.0 version. The Japanese 1.0 version chess game is, what's the word? Broken.
Yes.
First chest can never have the heart piece. They were trying to write in some sort of cutesy logic to make the chest game work a specific way. Well, they just got it wrong, and the first chest can just never have the heart. So,
Yeah,
and the
this-
second chest has, I think, a 1 in 8 chance.
Yep, because there's 8 items in the chest rotation.
You'll hear people talk about chest game manipulation by opening the chest on a particular note of the song or something stupid like that. It's all a lie. It's all luck.
That was
Don't let
actually
anybody-
believed until like a couple of years ago. So it
There
was
are
believed
still
for
people-
a long time. I mean, in
There are
general,
still
in the
people.
community, it was like believed that you had to open it on a specific musical note.
yeah, like it was frame based, but it's not.
So yeah, Esker was saying they tried to put some interesting logistics behind the chess game. Like if you got a bomb in the first chest, you were more likely to get the heart piece in the second chest. It was like you can't get the same item in both chests. If you got the 1 rupee in the first chest, you were more likely to get the 100 in the second chest. Things like that. And they messed up like right at the beginning of the code and just screwed it all up. But it's fixed in later versions.
And it's still worth playing this version over any other version. Not
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because of like spin speeds and item dashes.
Especially with there's a heart piece coming up where they have to hammer like 20 some odd pegs that they're just going to do 3 item dashes and clear them out.
Are you kidding me, Andy?
That was first try chest from Andy.
What a game.
Not only was it first try chest, but he also got the 100 rupees. Literally the best outcome he could have.
I guess the middle.
Meanwhile, Andy needs his inhaler. Does anybody have Andy Wheeze lying around still?
Oh my goodness.
What a game.
Man, imagine if I didn't play like shit.
Yeah. I'm over here playing my best, and I'm like, oh, doesn't matter. I have a few
See, that's your problem. You tried your best, and
Yeah,
in the
obvious.
end,
Oh my god. It doesn't even matter.
you fought so long and came so far, but in the end,
Man. At least throw me a bone game. Come on, don't do this to me.
oh, you're getting boned. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm also
Sweet
one of
single
the.
bomb.
I might be the only runner that's gotten perfect RNG in a 100% run.
No, I've gotten it.
Okay.
I have one PB with it.
Andy, was that the Andy block run?
Yes, it was. Believe it or
Yes.
not.
Okay.
I didn't. The run that I got perfect RNG and was world record pace at the time, I didn't finish.
There is an amazing highlight. I believe it's the Legend of Andy. Is that the one?
Something like that.
I wish I could find it.
You're screwed, Andy.
Oh, Timon says he's gotten perfect too.
Okay. A lot more people have gotten perfect than I thought. It's interesting. It's not very likely.
It's like 1 in.
It's like
What,
a 1 in
3,000?
400 or something.
Oh, it's only 4. Oh, that's still crazy.
I think it's lower than that.
Because it's like a 1 in 3,
Well, you got-
a 1 in 8, and whatever the blue ball one is.
0 blue balls is pretty small chances.
So how far am I behind, Andy? Wait,
So
where are you at,
Andy just bombed the attic and came back through the hellway.
Okay,
I just hammered
so-
that Horsehead.
I think I could still win this.
If I keep playing like I have been, probably.
Well, Blunt, don't you still have to get the Spectacle Rock Heart piece, or was that? Do you get that after Hera? The one that Andy hovered to.
I already
you
got
get
it.
it after Hera.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You were probably getting that while Andy was falling on Moldorm.
Yes,
Sorry.
I was. That's why
Okay.
it was funny.
Look at me talking trash with my 209 100% time.
Hey, that's respectable, man. I think.
It's not even
I've
better
only-
than Patty's 100% time. You should feel bad.
Oh well, sorry.
Sorry, Scribo, I misspoke.
Have you seen the way Patty pumps?
No, but yes, I have. I've seen a GIF of this.
Yeah, I good.
There's a gif of that lying around somewhere.
I
Yeah,
made a-
somebody took a picture of it on Twitter during one of the GDQs. Patty
with-
pumping.
I videotaped him playing and pumping in Eastern and
Yeah.
just made a GIF.
You're gonna have to show me this at some point.
I've only completed 200% runs, so
If you leave chess game with over 610 rupees, then you can skip the extra 300 chests.
Yeah, that's
So-
another thing. I'm gonna have to get the boomerang after. I actually had enough rupees to skip the house, so I'm gonna be getting the boomerang after thieves. Whereas Andy, I think you probably had to get it before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a very minor time save for me.
Yep.
But it's not.
It's probably like, what, 10 seconds?
It's gonna make my run a bit more risky, so I can't mess up the bomb dupe. And I'm gonna have to get some rupees along the way. Should be easy.
I feel like I got to Link to the Past too late to truly enjoy all of the great Patty highlights.
He was playing when I started playing. It's glorious times.
I think my favorite part is the fact that during the Cold Stare highlight, he's listening to Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. I think one of my first early Patty streams that I saw was Andy like walking him through the hammer jump.
Is that why you ended up making a tutorial?
No, this was like before I even like picked up the game.
Oh, okay.
Andy like trying to teach him how to do it.
That was impossible.
So we talked about how Japanese 1.0 is still faster, even because of the chess game being broken. This heart piece that Andy's getting right now, normally you have to walk up to each single one of those pegs and hammer it. Being able to item dash past that saves a decent chunk of time.
A pretty solid chunk of time.
I don't have the exact science behind it, but we're gonna call it a buttload.
It's probably like a solid 10 to 15 seconds, I would say.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. I think. Never actually timed it because I'll never not play on 1.0.
Right.
But you could play on that new Korean version that the text just flies by on.
Yeah, and the Chinese version too, apparently.
Dang.
Playing the wrong version here.
Imagine jumping out of the bed at 19 seconds.
Jeez.
My favorite was the randomizer ROM that got submitted with an 90%.
Did it actually?
Yes.
That's really funny. Oh my god. What was the
I
time?
was like,
It
there
was like
no
4 minutes still, even though there was no uncle text. It still took like 4
there was
minutes.
No uncle text, and it's just a randomizer.
That's fantastic.
Man, he should have just used a seed that had the boots in the first chest. And then he would've got it. Like, that's what I would have did if I was going to do that.
So, Andy is picking up this purple chest. Fun fact, you can flute with that chest. So, we're going to do that here in a
is not
moment.
where you mirror. That is not where you mirror. Press Y, like, sleep or something.
Are you going to do the D-boost? Yes, you are. Okay. So normally you can't dash with that chest, but if you get hit by an enemy, you have a certain frame window after you get hit that will let you dash with the chest. Doesn't save any time whatsoever, but it looks cool.
It saves some time if you get very particular RNG from the Octoroks, but what I just did lost a little bit of time actually.
Yeah, sometimes,
You need the Octorok to like stop early and shoot down.
yeah.
And it'll
if you get hit.
boost you the right way, and you can dash right after.
I thought I was going to not fall in the well. There's like a glitch that can happen there where you'll jump off the edge but miss the well. It's like my least favorite thing that happens.
It honestly might be like mirroring too close to the actual ledge or something.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that actually probably is what I'm doing wrong then. That's what I do.
Oh, worst thing about 100%
Wow.
is menuing to the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's
That's
such
what
a
that
long-
noise is about. Because you're like sitting
such a
there
long menu.
for like a second, just like, nah, you can't move your cursor yet.
so the bottle menu is literally the worst thing about this game. It's easy to get trapped in the bottle menu for just like 10 minutes.
Well, actually, we should talk about how bad the menu in this game is in general, because it's pretty awful. Like, you're constantly fighting the menu through the whole game.
It's pretty, especially when you're jumping between categories. So it's you don't expect it, but proper menuing in this game, like if you watch a good runner and a bad runner, the good runner saves a minute in menuing over the bad runner. And then when you're switching from NMG to 100%, where all of a sudden you have stuff like bottles and nets and capes and all sorts of stupid crap, and you're missing a boomerang, it's very easy to get lost in the menus and just sit there and do laps looking for an item.
Yeah, diagonals, that's the big problem, is that you can't hit a diagonal on the menu.
Oh,
And
yes.
if you do, and it pretty much like locks the menu. I don't know, and you can't hold any buttons either. So if you're holding any buttons during the menu, you can't even move the cursor.
It's
At least
also
it's not
something
like-
if you hit a direction, you can't hit a different direction. Like one frame after you hit the previous direction, or else it won't pick up the input or something
Oh,
stupid like that.
Oh,
At least
really?
it's
I actually didn't know that.
At least
Yeah,
it's not like
that's-
LADX. At least it's not like LADX where you can just accidentally rearrange your whole menu.
I would love that in A Link to the Past. I love
All right.
dynamic menus.
So Andy is in the Mothula fight. The Mothula fight is another thing that's broken. Those spikes, well, it would... I don't have time to explain it because he already killed the guy.
Dang, Andy actually learned how to fight Moth.
Yep.
Wow, you've been watching that Josh tutorial.
I didn't even watch it. Oh no, that's a lie. I watched like the first like 12 seconds of it to see what he does at the start, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then I closed it.
All that hard work for nothing, Andy.
Why is it that everybody can do a perfect Josh impression?
Because he sounds like Satan.
So the Mothula fight is bugged. The spikes do 0 damage, but 0 damage is a damage value. So if you actually sword Mothula into the spikes, the 0 damage from the spikes overwrites the level 3 damage from your tempered sword, and the hit doesn't count.
Yeah, so
So-
if you were paying attention in the room before we fall to Mothula, there's a mummy or a Gibdo that has a key. Normally it takes 4 slashes with the tempered sword, but if you slash the mummy into the spikes actually do gold sword damage to most enemies. So slashing Mothula into the spikes, not Mothula, the Gibdo twice into the spikes kills him because the spike damage overrides sword damage.
Yeah, that's you just saw that on Blunt stream right now. So let's see this awesome moth fight from Blunt, who did watch the Josh tutorial. Maybe. Okay, so real quick, there's a dash right up the middle that you try to get at the beginning. That dash up the middle will get 2 quick hits if you do it right. In Blunt's case, Mothula went up top and hugged the spikes. When Moth is up there hugging the spikes, the only thing you can do is poke dash him, which you saw Blunt do. He got him pinned up in the top left corner and poke dashed him. That let him get the hit in without getting him onto the spikes. So unfortunately, he had to do that twice, which cost a little bit of time, but about
Yeah.
as good a fight you can hit with that crappy RNG.
Yeah, you're fighting the floor as well, and
Yeah.
of course the spike RNG, but like just the floor can really drive that fight in the wrong direction.
So we set up for a double hit, like right off the bat, because Mothula starts in the middle, and then depending upon what the floor does, we have to, align ourselves differently or in a certain location, time our dash differently, etc. It's pretty stupid.
And yet, it's still not the stupidest boss fight in the game. That one
Yeah.
is coming up right now.
Well, I don't think that's the stupidest fight. It's pretty coordinated if
If you know what
do
you're
it
doing.
correctly, of course, but I can understand why people think it's the worst fight, because it's the worst boss to die to, for sure.
It's also
almost-
the worst to do the optimal strat and not execute it correctly.
Yes. So, we have a quick shopping trip here. We're going to pick up the quick medallion from a... Oh, good, Andy, you remembered. I wanted to laugh at you, kind of, but I didn't want you to forget it. So you have to pick up the quick medallion from a catfish, go get the finger webs from another fish, and then pick up a heart piece. One of the first of 2 major shopping trips. There's another one later where we'll pick up Ether and the ice rod. And a few heart pieces along the way.
Yeah, the only thing that can go wrong for Andy now is the Ice Palace block. And he's so tired of hearing that, probably.
I would imagine.
He's already like
not,
notorious.
not as tired as I am of hearing that I'm the SNES stomper.
But it was Patty on the grassy knoll.
It was the second stomper on the grassy knoll, that's right.
With a little help from a bad power supply.
I'm glad Patty went back and watched the tape and like found that out, because
Man, because Andy was getting tore up in that Reddit thread.
yeah,
Dude, that was one of the funniest things I've ever read. I read that
the
in its
sabotage.
entirety.
Believe it?
So Ice Palace is this.
How do you stomp someone's console over the internet, by the way? Does anybody know? Okay, never mind, sorry.
So
Go
Ice
ahead.
Palace is gonna have the 4th of the bomb jumps. We missed one in Skullwoods, but that one's simple, so who cares? Actually, Andy's gonna probably try to hover. Yeah. Okay. So normally you would do. Normally you would do a bomb jump there, but Andy is desperate for attention and wants people to know that he can press buttons fast. So he hovered.
Andy also thinks he's Jesus Christ.
Well, he is a
I am a
superstar. Good night, everybody.
I can't believe that just happened. Oh my god.
Every time I look at you, I can't understand why you let the it get so out of hand.
Alright, I need to calm down because I have to fight Cold Stare. Oh. My goodness.
All right, Cold Stare, or as I like to call him, Stillborn Kirby.
Stop, dude, I'm gonna die.
Well, that's what he looks like. Like a cryogenically frozen stillborn Kirby.
I can't believe I pulled that off while I was laughing.
God, you're...
Oh.
So Andy got the quick kill there.
I need to put these headphones down because now I have to spike dash. Alright, I'll be back. Oh.
I'm dying, Squirtle.
I'm gonna die.
Okay, so there's the bomb jump there Blunt just did because he can't hover.
Well, I can hover, I just choose not to.
Uh-huh, yeah. And I can get it 124 and I choose not to.
Wow. I guess I kind of deserve that after the item dash thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thankfully, I have like 6 more hearts this time around for Cold Stare.
Yeah, you
Versus
did
the
just
last
die to
race.
him. Yeah.
We're gonna try to not make that happen again. Hopefully.
I need to breathe.
Shout
All
out
right.
to you.
So Andy is on his next shopping trip. He's going to be picking up the Ether Medallion, and I think you get Ice Rod on this segment.
Nope.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Oh, no, you're getting the Cane and Ether right now. Right. So Cane Aberna is at the end of a really obnoxious cave, and you're going to see some precise dashing and... yeah, you should have enough hearts. Some precise dashing to get through this before dying.
Oh, that was.
And he should make it through with 1 heart left. Yep.
I'm actually really bad at that for some reason.
Shaq W, indeed.
Dude, I'm glad that that emote exists.
So now that he's got the cane, he's going to go ahead and climb the mountain again and pick up the Ether Tablet.
I tried putting my headphones back on after the spike room and I dropped them on the floor.
Nice.
So here's our other scripted heart container refill. That's why I got the pot heart on the side so that I can just dash. Why am I pushing that one block? I don't actually know.
I don't know if we pointed it out earlier, but when do you get the other heart piece? Is that after Meyer? The maze heart, the block pushing heart piece?
Yeah, it's after Meyer.
Okay, because I didn't talk about mirror block erase yet, and I don't think we've come up on it yet.
First instances after Meyer.
Okay. So, yeah, Andy was just talking about how we talked about the heart piece routing earlier. This Meyer heart piece is probably the most important of the planned refills, just because you get bodied by the Canaberna cave, and you pretty much need full hearts to get through the first few rooms of Meyer optimally. It's one of the few times you actually want sword beams is Meyer and a couple of rooms in Turtle Rock. So you're going to see Andy try to get a quick strat here in Meyer 2. And he got it, so.
That room is like one of my favorite. It was like one of the most impressive rooms that I watched when I first watched A Link to the Past speedrun.
Yeah,
Just
it's...
because you're like, wow, like, everything died so quickly.
Yeah, you can actually, I guess it's worth noting, you'll have one heart normally after you get the cane, but most people will grab the heart pot. It's because when you go to get this heart piece in here that I'm coming up on, you'll almost always get hit by those fireballs unless you get a first frame dash, in which you won't take damage. So it's really risky to not take the heart there. I'll try to go for it, but
it's faster to get the heart than it is to like go to the left or the right and dash instead.
One of the only like good things about 100% is that by this point in the game, you have a billion hearts. Normally in Meyer, you're really focusing on getting all the way through to the final boss with at least 5 hearts, preferably 6 or 7, but 5 if you're actually, good at the game. But in 100%, we've got so many extra hearts that once you get through Meyer 2, you really can pretty much start ignoring your health unless you just get stupid. So it
and even if you do get stupid, you have powder, and there's an anti-fairy
right
powder before the boss. So
there's
funny story. I was on PB Pace once, and I died to Vidi.
Oh my god!
I got 2 hugs like right in a row.
Did you refuse to powder an anti-fairy, or did you go in with full hearts? Or
I had a lot of hearts. I don't remember exactly, but I didn't need to powder the fairy. That's for sure. It was like
Blunt also with a real clean Meyer 2 there.
I think you get like 2 hugs in a row sometimes. I was like being stubborn and still went in for the kill and died because of that.
I can't believe we call them hugs and not eyelashes.
Oh my god. Where are the eyelashes? Where are they? I don't see them.
Like a lashing, an eyelashing.
I got a pretty tight anti-fairy skid right there.
40 lashes.
What Blunt? Do you want me to put a lid on these eye jokes?
Get out of my way, dude! What are you doing?
Thank God for Screamo, everybody.
Oh man.
dot.
Yeah.
F off, Dad.
I better wait, because it's too early to say that.
What a race to end the day. Dude, any marathon that ever involves me in it is always in for a good time.
Andy suggested that we race this. I was like, 100%, but I was like, you know what, it could be funny.
And then you asked me to help commentate, and no, it can't be funny. It can't be funny at all.
Well, I thought it would be better if faster instead, so that's why I was asking you for commentary. Sorry.
Wow. It's like you guys don't appreciate my vitreous humor.
What does that
You should also actually talk about the vitreous fight when Blunt fights him.
I should. Science fact, vitreous humor is the fluid inside of an eyeball.
Oh, okay. Well, I learned something new today.
Yeah, there you go. See, it's not all cornea jokes.
Stop, dude.
Oh,
Andy's
I'm
gonna have
so
such an
happy.
epic swamp. Like, I can't wait.
I've gotten 2 gold splits in a row.
If you really want to study this level of pun making, you too could be my pupil.
I swear, if I've met Stealth and I can dash.
I'm crying, dude. Alright, anyways, here's mirror block warping. So in Japanese 1.0 version, if you're in a non-dungeon, non-Dark World overworld area, and you push a block, you can just press the mirror while it's moving and it disappears.
Right. Interesting route you took through the blocks there.
I don't even know what the proper route is actually supposed to be.
All right, so now that Blunt is coming up on the Vitreous fight, we'll actually talk about it. So the Vitreous fight is interesting in that it's one of the few that you intentionally take damage on. Vitreous's top 5 tiles of the room are this invisible goo type stuff that doesn't really match the shape of the goo you see, but you get in that goo, you take damage, you use that 1 heart damage boost to let you spin attack the eyeballs, because the eyeballs typically do 4 hearts of damage. You try to get 3 of those spins in. If you do it right, that kills all the eyes. Otherwise, you want to clean up the last 2 or 3 with arrows, and then it's 8 pokes to the big eye, and he's out.
I see what you did there. Yeah, I know.
Do you see what I did there? Is
Yes,
that-
I see what you did there. Oh, someone said it in chat already. Well, it's
Yes,
not
they
funny
did.
then.
I know, right? Gosh, dang it, Blunt. Jeez.
Well, I don't have any other jokes, so I'm sorry.
I think my favorite chat line was the /ban Scrivo.
Yeah, spim with 47 M's.
Spim. I have 1 bomb.
Alright, so this is
I don't
my chance to actually
remember.
catch up a little bit, because I think Andy is going to probably have a bad swamp.
Yeah,
I'm not
Wow.
really sure. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm probably going to have a bad swamp now, because I said
is that because Andy's swamp in the race right before this was an absolute dumpster fire? Is that why?
well, that's a really nice way to put it.
That is a really nice way to put it.
He said safely from not running the game.
Yeah. Swamp is actually kind of difficult.
It's a lot more technical than it looks like.
Yeah, there's a lot of RNG, and sometimes, like, to me, I feel like if you get bad RNG, like somewhere in the beginning of the overworld or something, it's like setting the tone for the rest of the dungeon. I swear, it's like everything's gonna get in your way, and you're just gonna lose time everywhere.
So this is normally dungeon number 2 in the game's like quote unquote natural route. So there aren't too many strong enemies in here. The things don't do very much damage, but the water bugs that slide across the water. There's a room with a fire snake, a fireball shooter, and multiple skeletons and a jelly that you have to
Wow.
go through multiple times.
I just got timed out in the chat.
We'll see you, Scrivo.
Well,
Well,
Golden.
your style of humor lends itself to that.
Golden.
Don't make
My
me
boy.
lash out at you, okay?
I already made a lash joke. Get on my level.
that's why I said I'll see you later.
I must have blinked and missed it.
Oh. I see. You too have studied under the studied the Book of Dad jokes.
Oh, we've made contact.
Oh man.
Golden, you're a real glass hole.
Wow.
See, the funny thing is that that's probably the closest to Andy or Blunt I've ever heard to me actually swearing.
Yeah.
I'm the clean member of the community. Imagine that.
I lost the lottery again! God, this dungeon
That's what I like to do,
sucks so much.
That's what I like to do, man.
So the swamp dungeon that Blunt is just entering, it like we were saying, it's a really technical movement-based dungeon that also has a lot of really trolly RNG, like the one that Andy just ran into. Second dungeon, like Andy said, it's not going to do a ton of damage, but every single room is just an opportunity to lose like 10 seconds for
What?
no good reason.
10 seconds.
Listen, do you not know what hyperbole is? Do you not know what hyperbole is? It is a literary device used for effect when you're exaggerating.
Oh my god, 10 seconds.
On a more realistic note, every room pretty much has the chance to nickel and dime you out of like a half a second here and there, but that adds up throughout the entirety of the dungeon.
Yeah, it's...
One of you is going to lose 10 seconds in one of these rooms, and I'm going to point it out.
It's gonna be me!
I think I know who it was.
What do I even do?
Hi, Andy. What are you doing?
I want to know what happened. Tell me. Play by play right now. Tell me.
He missed the key.
I missed
He
the
picked
key
up
under the
skull
pot,
key.
and I just
picked
didn't
up-
get the key and jumped off, and so there was no pot to hook shot, and I had to reload the room to get pots to show back up.
That is more than 10 seconds. Thank you for proving my point.
Hey, what did I say? What did I say before this segment even started?
Oh my god. I don't
We
think
were
that's ever
talking
happened
about-
to anybody before.
Literal dumpster fire.
Oh my god.
I wasn't even trying to be funny.
Oh my god.
Oh, nobody's ever gonna lose 10 seconds in a room in swamp.
I didn't say that.
Well,
Blunt said that. Oh.
Thank you for the clip, Colton.
I meant to get the arrows. Oh my god.
Okay, normally, what I just hammer dashed all those pots. That's obviously slower, but I just now have enough rupees for the golden sword upgrade, so I had to get those.
And then, ironically enough, you just got a 20 drop.
Yeah, I know. I was. What a game.
Oh, man.
I'm so mad
So,
right now.
Andy, meanwhile, is going for the Zero Cycle Argus, but Argus didn't give him some friend. So Argus is going to make 3 movements up front, and you want him to make 3 particular movements in order to try to hook shot and kill all of the puffs before he goes into his Hurricane Cycle. He didn't get the 3 good movements that he was looking for.
I got one
So,
really
yeah.
short one.
Yeah, so that he ended up having to get a 1 cycle Argus kill. But
Oh my god, I'm losing
probably
so much
out of
time.
out of all the boss quick kills in the game, the Zero Cycle Argus is probably the hardest one to learn, just because you have to do a item dashing, you have to do it in a particular rhythm, and you have to get good RNG on the boss.
I'd like to point out that just until now, as I was saying it, I had to damage the swamp, but I was actually able to do a fast strat in that red jelly room. I had the beams, which is like really rare to have in this dungeon.
It's almost unheard of, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
Oh my dude! If you thought my last what am I doing? My last swamp was bad. That one was 18 seconds worse than the last one.
And all 18 seconds were on that one key.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I got 0 cycle.
Yeah, Blunt just got the Zero Cycle that we were talking about, and he's going to get 2 Fire Rod shots and a spin and finish it up. So the Zero Cycle, I think, saves 6 seconds over an
Yes.
optimal 1 cycle.
Yes. Well, I think I caught up a little bit to Andy. I don't know.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I lost 30 seconds on my swamp split.
Oh,
Holy
man.
Mother
Andy,
are you
gonna
of
get-
God.
I can show you how to do swamp, Andy, if you want.
Dude, please do.
Wow.
But I'm going to show you after the AGDQ race. So.
Alright. I have something to look forward to on the Friday then.
All right, so Andy is going to go see a strange old man under a bridge.
He's a hobo.
I hate-
A hobo cyclops, actually.
A hobo cycle. All right.
Alright, you didn't catch up to me. Sick.
Well, anything could happen on this segment. This is...
All right, so now we are going to pick up the WMDs here and blow up the pyramid to get the gold sword.
That heart piece I just got there, it actually gets sent back if you're seeing a specific pixel without having to wait for the iframes to disappear. Saves a little time. Are you going for the fast bomb dupe? Andy?
Yep, I got it.
I don't know if
So-
I'm gonna do it because I can.
I didn't get the dash across the bridge because I wasn't.
So
far
the
enough to
game-
left, but
The way the game is programmed, they're expecting you to have to take this long, obnoxious walk with the bomb. Again, anytime you have an item trailing you, like the purple chest or the bomb, you're not supposed to be able to dash. Well, if you hookshot something and then you dash right after hookshotting, you can get a dash in that way. But the bomb also has this really weird mechanic where when you let go of it, a timer counts down. And if you either screen transition or mirror just as the timer is on 0, and I don't know what the exact frame window is, but it's as the bomb is about to explode, the bomb will magically reappear and catch up with you. So that's you saw Andy use that he dashed away from the bomb, let the timer keep counting down, and then was able to make the bomb reappear. And Blunt should be going for that.
No, I decided not to. I only got 100 rupees. And...
Oh yeah, yep. So it is also, if you mess it up, you lose your bomb.
Yeah,
What?
and then I would have had to go farm for a lot of rupees. If I didn't have such a low rupee count, I would have gone for it, but
yeah, I had enough rupees to just.
another bomb
Like,
probably.
I could have gotten another bomb if I messed it up.
Wow, Andy, I thought you were going to do the spin speed grave push.
I forgot!
You liar.
Should have did it anyway, because it's slower.
Well, by the time he said something, I was already getting the magic cape.
Yeah. So, we talked about item dashing periodically throughout the run. The cape, actually, in a few screens here, you're going to see. I think they're going to be doing the cape dash. It's a really neat strat that you don't notice unless somebody tells you that it's happening. But basically, there's some birds and there's a really trolly screen. That they're going to use a cape dash to get through in an optimal way. So it's hard to
I
notice.
cape dash there.
Oh, you don't do it? Okay. Well,
I'll do it, but
Blunt will do it.
it's actually pretty new. It's
Oh
pretty
my
new too.
god. Well, that room went terribly, so I probably should have. But yeah, I didn't know
So
that.
there's-
I didn't know that was tech actually.
Yeah, it's a lot of there's a lot of new stuff. This is like one of the most difficult segments to optimize in 100% because there's just
I
a
did
lot
do a cape
going on.
dash there in the cave, but and then we keep the cape on so that we don't get bodied by that one bird.
Yeah, those birds. So, for whatever reason, those birds, they've just decided to make them OP as heck. They are 3 hearts of damage. There's one really trolly one right before pod, but this one here on this segment, occasionally you'll just see people get bodied for 6 or 9 hearts of damage.
Nice, got the quick one.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, except I'm like getting the heart piece in the what? Sorry,
Yeah.
disagree. Video game.
How did that not blow up?
I don't know
You
because
had the bomb against the cracked wall.
Yeah.
Wait, the cracked
You
wall
would think
didn't
it would
blow up?
work. I know.
The cracked wall didn't blow up. the bomb exploded right next to the wall, and it didn't blow the hole open.
That's kind of why I said what, because I was like, that doesn't make any
I
sense.
thought somebody donated to Andy. I wasn't sure.
Oh.
What?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Well, there's your cape dash. Now the cape has like these really strange properties where you can't like if you use the cape or if like you switch to the cape right away, you can't use it. Like I don't know, there's like a cooldown or something.
It's like 2 seconds where once you menu to the cape you can't use it. Also,
But
if
again,
you-
like the flute we were talking about earlier, if you flute dash when you're getting the bird, you can flute immediately. If you cape dash, you can avoid the cooldown.
Also, if you are dashing with the cape on and you go into the start menu and unequip the cape, you get stuck until you use the cape again.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that what causes that? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that happen to Tim, and it was.
Yeah, but Timid thought he soft locked. I think he quit the race because he was like, oh no.
I'm pretty sure that was the infamous save and quit on an SRL race that somebody pitched a fit about. Because nobody knew what caused the soft lock, but I think that was the one.
And like soft locking an hour and a half into your run.
Right. I don't know if Andy, are you doing the medallion dash there?
No.
Okay. So there's a really dumb item dash you can do with the Quake medallion. So since there's a little tiny manual staircase right before the Quake medallion, if you do an item dash when you cast the Quake medallion on top of Turtle Rock, you activate spin speed and you can really quickly get around and jump down. Unless you do it optimally, it loses time, but it's kind of cool to see done right. We didn't get to talk about squirrels on Death Mountain since nobody really got wrecked by them. But these
There's
little
still
guys,
time. I'm on Death Mountain.
I know, but you're through the Waffle House.
Yeah,
These-
I went to the director.
These little guys will just jump in your way and block off your path, and just sit there. 10 seconds. I think it's like 7 point some odd seconds. We timed it out a couple days ago. But they are the ruiner of runs.
Nobody got blocked by squirrels in this run. I'm just so glad. I'm very
You know
happy that it didn't happen at all. Like not once. I'm glad.
So Blunt is gonna go ahead and despawn these squirrels. Wow. Do you want me to go? Do you want me to leave?
I mean, it's okay, man. I've only lost like 5 124s to that squirrel. That particular squirrel right there. It's ridiculous. It's the worst thing to deal with in this game.
Real quick, we called that one screen the Waffle House. I don't know if anybody has the link handy, but there was a really good runner, Waffle 42, that got to that particular little block and squirrel section on PB pace and just got absolutely bodied by squirrels.
He got
and
stuck between
boulders.
2 of them, and then the boulders just went in, and he ended up dying on that screen.
And the
just
next thing you
turned
see,
the console off and turned Mario 64 on.
Mario All Stars, but
Oh,
yeah,
it was Mario All Stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, it was fantastic.
birth of the Waffle House. Turtle Rock is actually home to a few really cool strats. You're going to see Blunt's coming up on the Chain Chomps room. So you'll see the first one, but we do some really neat strats with the Cane of Samaria, both Turtle Rock and Ganon's Tower.
You actually do a cape dash. While you're dashing with a cape in that roller room, that's about a half second, even with the extra menu.
Yeah, that's normally you are taking just a D boost to get through that, get back through that roller room, but with the cape, you can get through.
I did it wrong and didn't have enough magic.
Man, that was a pretty clutch chomps room.
So here's the Chomps room we were. Wow, he got out of your way like a friend.
Yeah, he was just like, you know what? That squirrel totally screwed you over, man. It's a freebie.
So we place those we place 2 blocks there real quick. Use the block blast to both turn the blue pegs off and back on. Use the iframes from the peg to get around the chomp, which again does 4 hearts of damage because the game expects you to have blue mail by this time.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get that dash off.
Yeah, nobody did Brahmin block blast. That's the best strat in that room.
That actually wasn't good RNG to do it, I don't think. But I wasn't.
Somebody mentioned it in chat.
Oh, yeah. That is the best strat. I think.
It's the coolest looking.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So Andy's going into another roller room here. He's going to use the cane again. Again, iframes on the pegs. And squeeze back past the roller. And then we're going to come up on another room here on Andy's stream after this platform. Actually, I don't know if he'll even do laser skip, but because he has the mirror.
I'll try it.